1.5 billion people use Gmail every single day. Are you one of them? If so, in this video, we're going to look at 6 time-saving hacks to really make the most of your Gmail experience. And if you're new around here, welcome to the channel. In the day I work at Google, and in the night I make YouTube videos just like this one. Let's get started with hack number 1. We've all had that dreaded moment where we go to send an email and we realise, oh damn, I've forgotten to CC that person in, or oh my goodness, I forgot to include the attachment that I said I was going to include for that presentation. Well, do not worry. There's this heroic feature in Gmail that allows you to undo the sending of an email. Yup, you can undo an email once it's been sent using this feature. And this is not a feature that you may have seen in like Outlook, where you can go and request the email to be like returned to sender, which is, in my opinion, just another way for people to be like, oh, what is this dodgy email that I've been sent that I shouldn't have been sent? So it's not that. It literally allows you to undo the sending before it actually arrives in the person's mailbox in the first place. So how do we do this? Well, what you want to do is you want to head to your Gmail. So just go to gmail.com, go to your settings, go to general, and then from there you should see an option called undo send and a time with which you're allowed to set for the email to be undone before it's sent. From here you can set the amount of time that is set before the email is sent. And I go for the maximum, which I think is 30 seconds, which gives me enough time to be like, oh damn, I forgot to include that person. And then I can undo the email, include that person, resend the email, and all is good. So how does it actually work? When you go to send an email, there'll be like a little pop-up bar appear on the bottom of the email, and from here it will say undo or view message. And so if you're realizing that you may have forgotten something within the email, you've got something wrong, you can literally just click undo within 30 seconds or whatever time you submit, and then it will completely undo that email and it will bring you up the draft before it was even sent. So people will never actually get your dodgy email again. It's game changing, honestly. The next feature is definitely one of my personal faves. So maybe you're like me and you like to work late at night, or maybe you like to get up at like 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, just bash through all your emails. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. The key thing with this feature is the ability to be able to schedule emails at a time that is more convenient for your colleagues, or even better, at a time where you think that person is more likely to answer that email. So maybe like 8, 9 a.m. in the morning. So for me, I am someone who likes kind of working late, like I just kind of have been a bit more of a night owl than an early riser. If I'm working late in the evening on something and I don't really want to send it to someone at like 8, 9 p.m, what I'll do is I will attach the file that I want to do to the email, and I'll schedule that email for say 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning. And one better, you can be pretty smart about this and schedule it to be a time that is kind of a bit weird. So instead of scheduling an email to be 8 a.m, if you schedule it for like 8:03 a.m, for example, it gives the kind of psychological illusion that you're actually just sending it at that time, because why would you schedule it at 8:03 a.m. and not 8 a.m? So if you're someone who wants to kind of make life more convenient for your colleagues, but also add the kind of authenticity of the fact that you're sending it right there and then at that time in the morning, choose a slightly weird time. So don't go for 8, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45, go for something like 8:12 a.m. or something like that. So how do you do it? Well, what you want to do is write your email, include all the people you want to send it to, add your attachments, etc. Then when you're ready to send the email, you'll see next to the send button, there's like a little arrow pointing down. If you click on that, you'll then see a schedule email button, or schedule send, I think it says. If you click on that, it will then open up a new kind of pop-up window with a calendar and some times. It will pre-select a few different times with which Gmail recommends you to send it to. However, if you kind of want to be a bit like me and be a little bit clever about it, you can specify the custom time to actually use, so like 8:12, like I mentioned before. So you do that, choose the time in which you want to schedule it, and send the email. And so once you've sent the email, you'll see on the left-hand side of your inbox a scheduled section, like a row, which says scheduled emails. And so from there, you'll be able to see all the different emails that you've set up to be sent and all of the different times that you've sent them to be scheduled. Pretty neat, huh? So the third Gmail hack is all about automation. And this is not automation where robots are going to take over our world tomorrow. Please return to your home. Nope. This is all about using Gmail to set up things like automated filtering through like some rules, and also setting up some automated templates too. So maybe for example, you get like a weekly email newsletter, and you know that you want to get to inbox 0 in the morning as quickly as possible, and you know you want to read that newsletter later on in the evening or later on that week. Well, the best thing to do here is set up an automated rule. So what you can do is you can choose like a keyword that's always used within that email, or the subject that's always used within that email, and you can get Gmail to filter automatically those emails from your inbox into, say, an archive, or make it unread, or give it a certain label. So crucially, you can move them out of your inbox into a labeled or archived folder so that you can read them later and they are out of the inbox, so you get closer to inbox 0 just that little bit quicker. Another handy automated feature that you can also do here is if you're getting emails that are maybe no longer relevant to you, but you don't want to like block them, or you don't want to unsubscribe, what you can do is actually like mute that email chain, or you can mute that contact from your inbox. So how you do this is you find the conversation that you want to mute. You should find a button which is like more, or like 3 vertical dots, and then click mute. Once you've muted a conversation, it's then removed from the inbox and then archived. And then once it's archived, if you want to have a look in future, you definitely can. It's removed from your inbox, but you can always go back at any time within the archive, and you will see that there is a label called muted attached to those archived messages. So you're all good. If it's something no longer relevant to you, may as well mute it, right? Oh, and if you really need to, you can always unmute it in future. How you do that is you literally just find the conversation and just remove the mute label, and all the future emails from that conversation will re-land in your inbox again. So you can also use automation to create like a pre-written email. And so this is different from an out of office where that'll get sent automatically if you're out away on holiday or whatever. This is something that you create, you kind of pre-write. So maybe you're getting a lot of the same questions or queries or sales reach out or whatever it is. You can create a pre-written email and save that as a template. So if you're getting the same kind of response, you can insert that pre-written reply, maybe customize it a little bit, and then send that to the person who sent it to you. So really easy and really, really time saving too. So how do you use them? Well, first of all, you need to make sure that they are enabled for you. So you want to head to settings, then you want to head to advanced settings. From there, you should see an option called templates, should be like a little section, and there you can enable that functionality. So how do we actually create the template? Well, if you head back to your inbox, click compose, type out the email that is kind of like a common base plate template that you want to create. Then at the bottom of the email, click more, click templates, and then click save this template. Once this template is then saved, you can then come back to this template section when you get one of these emails come in. So you can just see one of those emails come in, hit reply, come back into this template section, insert the template, boom, you've written 90% of the email. Then you customize it a little bit and then it's ready to go. This is so handy. If you're getting a lot of those kind of like common sales reach out emails, or maybe a lot of common customer support requests, just create a template that answers a lot of those questions, and you can use that, customize it a little bit, and you're ready to go.
Excellent.
The fourth hack is really useful if you're trying to find someone. So maybe you know that 6 months ago that someone from a certain company emailed you, and you're like, who was that person? Who was that contact that emailed? I can't remember who it was, but I know they work at X company. And there's a really powerful search tool at the top of Gmail. So if you head to that and you put in asterisk at, say for example, google.com, that will show you every single person that you've interacted with from google.com. You can use that for any kind of company. So it's really handy just to be able to find every single person that you've interacted with at that company or with that specific domain. And so you don't have to trawl through hundreds of different emails and find who that person was. So just a really quick hack to find who an exact person is from a company just by looking up the domain. The fifth hack is all about creating an email alias. And this is really handy if you want to create like some automatic rules or some automatic filtering within your inbox. So another good use case of this is if you use your email for like work or business, and you also get expenses sent to your email, you could have like an alias set up for those expenses and set up an automatic filtering or like a rule to filter those expenses that come into your email from companies that you buy things from. So if you had, for example, Charles plus invoices at gmail.com, anything that you have past the plus, so if you have plus invoices, plus urgent, plus travel, whatever it is, will still be sent to charles at gmail.com. You could then set something up where if anything comes through from Charles plus expenses at gmail.com, a label will automatically get applied through a rule or an automatic filter that you can set up within Gmail. So this is a really powerful way of just being able to segment different parts of your inbox by just giving the end user or your friend or whatever person you're giving it to a slightly tweaked version of your email, which is an alias. The sixth hack is all about being able to use shortcuts, specifically keyboard shortcuts, to really make yourself a complete productivity professional using Gmail. So when you open up the Gmail app, if you hit question mark, you may have to do control question mark if you're on PC, and perhaps command question mark if you're on Mac. You should see this like yellow and black menu with a list of all of the different shortcuts that are possible using Gmail. It's kind of like a hidden menu or Easter egg within Gmail that people don't really know about. But once you find it, and I'll put a link down in the description just in case you find it a little bit difficult to find, but effectively you go on to Gmail, hit question mark, and you should get this menu of all the different default shortcuts and some extra shortcuts that you may not even necessarily be aware of that you can use in Gmail. So even just learning a couple of these shortcuts can save a heck of a lot of time. Honestly, I've done it and it saves me like just a couple minutes here and there when I'm checking my inbox, but that really racks up. Hopefully you found these Gmail hacks helpful. They're little things that I just discovered from working at Google that really helped me. If you found this video helpful, you'll probably like this video here, which is some hacks on how to use Google Calendar more efficiently, specifically when focusing on creating and managing of events. And you may like this video here, which is a video that YouTube thinks you'd probably enjoy. Hopefully you like one of these videos to watch next. If you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? Subscribe and have a great day. Thanks so much for watching.